What's cracking, lacking good people, man? It's your boy, the Twin Maker, coming through. Just want to share my thoughts on what happened in the game with the Clippers versus the Warriors at the Crypto Center last night. It looked like it had the makings of a beautiful game. I thought I was going to go see the great Steph Curry go out for 45 points after a terrible month and a half of shooting, trying to get Clay and Kaminga and some of the guys integrated into the system again, since we're missing Draymond since like January the 5th, and we got a lot of moving parts in there, man. And boy, was I wrong. The first two quarters was looking pretty good, but you could start to see around the second quarter the defense began. Our defense never really had an opportunity to show what we really had. We was terrible. Like, we were pretty much trading baskets throughout the whole game. We make one, they make two. We miss one, they make another one. We stop them, then we make two, then they make like three more baskets. It was just looking bad. It was rough. It was a rough day out there, man. I don't know, was it the dog days of winter, or did they have too much of that jungle juice after the Super Bowl last night? And I don't know, but I was disappointed. But then again, the defense have, dropped off. And Kevon Looney, I appreciate all that you do for the Warriors. Bob Myers, I appreciate what you do as a GM. But if we don't get an athletic big man that can do any type of rim protection to help the perimeter defenders once they get beat, to kind of negate the drive, man, it's going to be a long season. It was looking bad. Once they got past the first defender, Kevon Looney vertical is about 18, 20 inches off the ground. That's about it, man. And they definitely took advantage of that. Man, the big boys, Zubac, and, they were just, even the boy Reggie Jackson, who I actually like to watch play. He has one of the most underrated, dribble or handle there is in the league. Like, the way he just be ra-ra-ra-ra, da-ra-ra-ra, brrrra-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. He bad. But he was killing us, you know what I'm saying? He was getting to the paint, getting to the teeth of the defense, and really scoring at us at will. There was no deterrent there at the rim to kind of stop him from coming in there and doing his thing. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. We really are missing Draymond Green, his vocal ability to direct and tell people where they need to go. And also, he has the great ability to be what I like to call proactive. Not proactive, but he has the great ability to see things before they happen. So therefore, because he's predictive, he can tell others what they need to do and how they need to do it beforehand. And so, man, I think around the second quarter, it was like 5 minutes left, because they got the new order in which Steph comes in and out the game, and Steph was on fire, bro. He was hitting, and he was keeping us in the game because our offense was still kind of stagnant. Everybody else was kind of like missing, not like real bad, but bad enough to where Steph Curry's offensive capabilities was keeping us in the game. Steve Kerr said, "Come on over here, sit down, bro. Even though you on fire, you Fuego, you hot, you coming in hot, you shooting that thing, you dancing, you splitting the double team behind your back, hitting them with the moves, and like he was out here doing the thing." Steve Kerr said, "Come on here, sit on down." He sat down, got cold. Second half came. They just ran through us. It was terrible. It was bad. Boy, it felt like we went and ate like 10 White Castle burgers. And not how I'm from Mississippi, but when I moved up north to St. Louis, they got White Castles. My stomach and my digestive system didn't grow up eating White Castle. So therefore, my bowels don't have the ability to contain what's in whatever it is that White Castle have in them little bitty burgers. So it's just run through my stomach and run up out of me, if you know what I mean. Just no deterrent at all. So that's how our defense was. There was no deterrent at all. No roadblocks, no stoppage, no yield sign, just all green lights. It's like that time when you late for work and you be praying that you catch all green lights so you get easy access to work. You can make up about 3 or 4 minutes. Just that's how the defense was for the Warriors all second half. And when I tell you them boys were hitting, man, that ball had energy. That ball was skipping. That ball was getting from one side of the court, swinging to the other side of the court. And when I tell you it was wide open corner threes, I mean, whether it was Terrance, Mann, whether it was big ups to the Morris twin, or, I mean, everybody came in that game for the Clippers, and they was shooting. They was the Clippers. Whether you talk about they was cutting, ball fade, 3/4 fade, quarter fade, burst fade. When I'm talking about they was clipping with them Andes, like they was touching us up as the Warriors, or they had them clips. Brat, 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 that. Like whichever one you want to use as your analogy to show how bad we got cut, or got beat, or got shot up, whichever you want to use it. It was rough. It was bad. So, the Warriors need a big man. They say Wiseman earlier today, I heard that he was, he got the clear for 5-on-5 contact, which is cool. I didn't necessarily like how they did Wiseman last year when he did play. They handled him with kid gloves, and I'm assuming they probably do the same thing again this year. Handle him with kid gloves. But you notice once they gave Kuminga the opportunity to play consistent minutes and allow him to mess up and still play, he did his thing. You know what I mean? We need Wiseman to play, not saying at a high level, give us like 11 and 7. With like a block and a half to 2 blocks. That would be awesome. At least 2 lobs a game, or just something like that. Like we need an athletic big man in the middle to kind of help us, because every time we lose is when the other team, like the Memphis, who are nasty and they're able to get past the first defender and get to the teeth of the defense and really use their athletic ability, or just using their cuts and things of that nature to get to the rim. We don't have no type of deterrent at the rim. Like Kevon Looney can do like this all day long, but he really don't bring no fear in nobody's heart. Or even on the offensive end, he catch the ball in the post. That man can't jump over a glass of milk. Every now and then he do a little layup, you know what I'm saying, which is cool. I appreciate it. I'm not hating on Looney. I appreciate everything Looney does when it's on the defense, his pick and roll, his ability to see things before it happens. I'm not trying to hate on the Loon man. Your services are greatly appreciated. We honor what you do here. I hope you have a beautiful time over the next week, when everybody's taking a break. I hope you have a wonderful time. But we need some help, bro. You can't be it. I'm sorry. We need some height. We need some length. And we need somebody with some bunnies. And if anybody who hoop for, you know what bunny means. We got some float game. But yeah, man. That's all I want to kind of talk about real fast, man. Give you a brief little synopsis on what I saw last night with the Clippers and the Warriors, and how we got the brakes beat off of us, and we got to play against the Joker next. So hopefully it turns out a lot better than what happened with us in the Memphis Grizzlies. Peace. Have a good night. Take it easy. Strive for the mastery. Be a blessing. Deuces.